So it turns out EA will be revealing its lineup of Star Wars games at Star Wars Celebration. This means Battlefront 2 will almost definitely be making an appearance at the event. Not to mention the other Star Wars games being developed by Visceral and Respawn Entertainment. Obviously, this is huge news that we have to take a look at today. My name is Connor, and welcome back to Star Wars Central. Before we begin, I've been getting a lot of questions recently about something that was said by EA's chief financial officer. Apparently, he recently said that they're looking into bringing something similar to FIFA's Ultimate Team to Star Wars Battlefront. And obviously you guys have been asking me what I think about this. And to be honest guys, right now it doesn't really matter. Battlefront 2 is releasing later this year, so his suggestion would only be valid for Battlefront 3, which is at least a minimum roughly 2 years away, if not 3 years away. So for Battlefront 2, it doesn't really mean anything. Now, just because Ultimate Team is successful in FIFA doesn't mean it will be successful in Star Wars Battlefront. They are completely different genres. To add an Ultimate Team style component, you would actually have to change the fundamental design of Battlefront to do so. And in that regard, I'm opposed to the idea. I think the Ultimate Team concept works with FIFA very well, but the actual design of Battlefront and what the community expects don't really mix. Either way, I have a feeling this was an idea that was said more as a general thought than something that could feasibly be added to the game. There is a very good chance that what he meant by this was that they're looking into successful features and seeing if they're cross-compatible. In that sense, it would be intelligent to see if the Ultimate Team concept is compatible, but my answer and my position is still no. And to be honest, there is a very long list of feedback and suggestions that the community and player base has put forwards that would do much better to make a better game than Ultimate Team did for FIFA. Anyway, that's just my opinion, let's get back to the news. So basically, the Star Wars game lineup that EA is working on is coming to Star Wars Celebration. This almost definitely means big interviews with developers, producers, panels, trailers, and teasers. The news for this came from the Star Wars show, but there was an article post on the official Star Wars website that does sum it up a little bit better. So let's take a look at that. EA, the creators of Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and Star Wars The Old Republic, will be in attendance to showcase the latest on their Star Wars projects. So it's not restricted to one reveal or one trailer. Obviously, they're going to be bringing their full lineup to showcase their new games. This means Battlefront 2 is very likely, if not pretty much confirmed at this stage, for appearing at Star Wars Celebration. It's releasing this year, meaning if they somehow missed Star Wars Celebration, the last major opportunity they'd have would be EA Play in June. That, and many of the Battlefront 2 developers have started posting on Twitter that they're hyped about Celebration, and that they can't wait to tell us more. So I think overall it's pretty much confirmed. Moving on, there are other Star Wars games currently in development. We know that DICE is making Battlefront 2 alongside Motive and Criterion, but there are at least 2 other Star Wars games being made. One is being made by Visceral Games, and the other is being made by Respawn Entertainment. They're both supposedly action-adventure games, with the Respawn Entertainment game being a third person. Now, these games could very well be at the Star Wars Celebration event. Now, these games are very likely to be at the Star Wars Celebration event. It is assumed that these will be center stage with trailers, teasers, or even just developer panels. EA is going to want to show off as much of its lineup as it can, but also whilst focusing on Battlefront 2 and the Visceral title. So don't be surprised if we don't see much about Respawn Entertainment's game just yet. So don't be surprised if we don't see very much about the third game. So a TLDR, the summary of this entire video is... the summary of this entire video is... Star Wars Celebration is going to be huge for Star Wars gaming. Battlefront 2 is almost definitely being revealed with a trailer that they're making right now. Not to mention the Visceral action-adventure title that was recently teased as being very open, which is probably going to get a teaser or maybe a full trailer reveal as well. In my opinion, we're not going to get much about the Respawn Entertainment game, but I look forward to being proven wrong. As per usual, with an event this huge for Star Wars, I will be covering every moment of it. I was planning to be there in person, but unfortunately it's a bit too expensive, so I'm not going to be able to make it. That does mean, however, that I can sit at home and make as many videos on Star Wars as possible. Obviously, I'd love to be there. It's going to be the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, but either way, it's going to be awesome to cover the news. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Remember to tell me in the comments below what you guys expect from the Star Wars Celebration reveal. I'm not sure we'll see the Respawn Entertainment game, but I'd assume it's almost certain we'll be seeing Battlefront 2 and the Visceral action-adventure. If you enjoyed this video, a like is very much appreciated, and if you're done doing that, go ahead and join our Discord server. A link is in the comments, description, and on screen now. Thank you guys so much for watching, your support really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you.